G'day everyone, welcome back to the ICC Jimbo channel, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing the Melbourne Stars BBL 14 campaign. The Stars' newly appointed captain Marcus Stoinis is on the hunt for an inaugural BBL trophy for the Melbourne Stars. Game 1, Stars vs Scorchers. The Melbourne Stars would love to start our season off with a victory after last season's disappointing outcome. As for Perth, they want to continue their dominant BBL ways with a victory. Marcus Stoinis won the toss and elected to have a bat first. Things started extremely poorly for the Melbourne Stars as Joe Clark duck, Sam Harper 1 run and Tom Rogers 14 runs all fell cheaply, which in result caused the Stars to be on 3 for 33. In came Marcus Stoinis 37 runs and Hilton Cartwright 18 runs, who attempted to rescue the Melbourne Stars, hitting a 35 run partnership before Stoinis attempted to run a quick single, which resulted in his wicket. Hilton Cartwright joined his captain an over later, besides Tom Curran 37 runs and Bo Webster 19 runs, who went for the slog to get quick runs for the Stars tail didn't wag, as we got a very underpar total in Perth. In order for the Stars to claim victory, we needed quick wickets. Fortunately that was the case, as after being dispatched for 6, Adam Milne took out fellow Kiwi Finn Allen 6 runs. More wickets fell as veteran Peter Siddle took his 100th wicket against Keaton Jennings. A few overs later, Brody Couch removed Matty Hurst 4 runs, as all of a sudden, the Stars were looking good. But the celebrations wouldn't last long, as Cooper Connolly 64 runs and Ashton Turner 37 runs not out smacked a 68 run partnership, which pretty much killed this game. There was a late wicket of Connolly, but it was far too late as Turner and Nick Hobson 27 runs not out finished things off, handing the Melbourne Stars our first L of BBL 14. Game 2, Stars vs Heat. We're back home and in desperate need of a victory after a tough start to open our season. This game is no easier as we go against a very talented and the reigning champions, the Brisbane Heat. The Brisbane Heat won the toss and elected to bowl first. The Stars didn't have the prettiest start as Tom Rogers 1 run fell once again without contributing. However, Joe Clark 32 runs and Sam Harper 46 runs got to work as the pair hit a 54 run partnership to stable things for the Stars. But once Clark fell, there was a domino effect as Harper fell. Marcus Stoinis 26 runs tried his very best to get the Stars out of the mess, striking the ball extremely well and hitting some really impressive cricket shots, but without any help, and it was just too much. Hilton Cartwright 15 runs and Tom Curran 3 runs fell cheaply as things were looking bad. In comes Bo Webster 28 runs not out, who attempted to give the Stars quick runs to get the Stars to an under par but doable total. Like last game, the Stars needed quick wickets, but that wasn't the case as Jack Wood 27 runs and Jimmy Pearson 72 runs not out smacked a 55 run partnership as the Stars bowlers looked frail out there. Hamish McKenzie got the breakthrough of Wood for the Stars, but Pearson had no plans of slowing down. Marcus Stoinis in his 100th game took out Matthew Renshaw 18 runs, but after that the Stars failed to pick up another wicket. Pearson and Max Bryant 36 runs not out hit a 78 run partnership to get the Heat home in a breeze as alarms bells started to ring for the now 0-2 Melbourne Stars. Game 3, Stars vs Strikers. The Stars really need to get the ball rolling if they want to remain in the hunt for a BBL 14 final spot. As for the Adelaide Strikers, they are also hunting for a victory after falling just short in Canberra. Glenn Maxwell and Ben Duckett enter the side for the Melbourne Stars. Marcus Stoinis won the toss and elected to bowl first. Things started a little shaky for the Melbourne Stars, but it didn't take long before a breakthrough as Adam Milne took out Matt Short 11 runs. Jake Weatherald 11 runs was the next man to go as the Stars were looking all on top. Darcy Short 60 runs had other plans as he was smacking the ball around, but no one in the middle could really help him as Ollie Pope 8 runs was the next man to depart. Alex Ross 35 runs and Short put up a decent partnership before Peter Siddle's breakthrough of Short. After Ross's departure, it was a mini collapse as the Stars were looking good going into the innings break, only needing 166 runs for victory. Things couldn't have started any worse for the Melbourne Stars, as on debut, Ben Duckett fell on a golden duck. Sam Harper 48 runs and Marcus Stoinis 27 runs got to work for the Stars as Stoin was attempting to smack everything over the boundary. Unfortunately for Stoin, it was Cameron Boyce who got the breakthrough for the Strikers. After 2 reverse sweep sixes, it was Maxie's turn to head back to the sheds as the Stars once again looked poor with a bat. From there, it was a collapse as Tom Rogers, Hilton Cartwright, Bo Webster and Adam Milne all fell for scores under single digits. Tom Curran 25 runs did his very best, but ultimately it wasn't enough as the Stars are handed their 3rd loss in a row and now go 0-3. Game 4, Stars vs Sixers. This match is pretty much a do-or-die game for the Melbourne Stars. If we lose, you can kiss our season goodbye. A lot of hope from the Melbourne Stars fans have been lost as well, so all we can ask for is a win. The Sixers won the toss and elected to bowl first. Things started a little shaky for the Stars as Tom Rogers' 12 runs continued his poor run and form. Ben Duckett's 68 runs on the other hand went crazy, even knocking 6 fours in a single over. The issue is no one was really there to help him as Sam Harper 12 runs fell cheaply. Glenn Maxwell 32 runs offered Duckett some assistance before Duckett was headed to the sheds. Marcus Stoinis 20 runs and Maxi got to work hitting a 26 run partnership before Maxi played a very poor shot resulting in a wicket. From there it was the usual for the Melbourne Stars as another collapse occurred. Stoinis fell and from there things got messy for the Stars. Players like Hilton Cartwright, Tom Curran got scores of 15 but couldn't get a proper innings going, leaving it to the tail to get the runs for the Melbourne Stars. John O'Melo, 8 runs not out, was able to get the Stars over the 190 mark as the Stars were looking to claim their first victory of the season. With over 190 runs to defend, the Stars have plenty of leeway and will be confident that they can defend this total. But James Vince 101 runs not out and Josh Phillippe 42 runs smacked an 83 run opening partnership as the Stars had absolutely no answers. Phillippe finally fell to Tom Curran and Moses Henriquez 11 runs wasn't far behind, but after that it was game over as Jordan Silk 34 runs not out and Vince continued their dominance, smacking a 99 run partnership and making history as the highest ever BBL run chase at the SCG, and also handing the Melbourne Stars their 4th loss in a row and the hopes of finals were fading by the second. Game 5, Stars vs Thunder. The Stars are in dire need of a victory in Canberra as we really can't afford to drop any more games. As for the Thunder, well, they're cruising along and will boost their chances of finals if they win tonight. Captain Storm won the toss for the Melbourne Stars and elected to bowl first. Cameron Bancroft 21 runs and David Warner 19 runs got the ball moving for the Thunder until Big Bo Webster took out Warner. And over later, Osama Mir took out both Bancroft and Ollie Davies on a golden duck as the Stars were looking right in front. Sam Billings, however, hit 72 runs and with the help of Jason Sanger 33 runs as they both put on a 60-run partnership before Stars took out Sanger. Even though Shafane Rutherford and Chris Green both fell cheaply, Sam Billings kept going as he was smacking everything he could out of the park. Finally, Peter Siddle took out Billings as the Stars went into the innings break confident we would chase this. It was the usual for the Melbourne Stars as Sam Harper was off to the sheds on a woeful 4 runs. Ben Duckett 67 runs, who left off from last game's knock, and Marcus Stoinis 22 runs got to work, hitting a 59 run partnership before Stoinis had to go. Glenn Maxwell 6 runs wasn't far behind his captain as the alarm bell started to ring again for the Melbourne Stars. Hilton Cartwright 17 runs was unable to help as Duckett was still in the middle, departing in the 12th over. The second Ben Duckett was dismissed, it was pretty much game over for the Melbourne Stars, as besides Bo Webster's 20 runs, the tail were unable to contribute for the Stars as they somehow lost a very winnable game and now go 0-5, meaning one more loss equals elimination from finals. Game 6, Stars vs Heat. Well, you know the drill. The Stars need to win this game in order to have any shot of finals, and it's against the tough opponent in the Brisbane Heat. Dan Lawrence returns to the Stars, replacing an injured Tom Curran. Marcus Stoinis won the toss for the Stars and elected to bowl first. It was an amazing start for the Melbourne Stars as Mark Steckity not only took Colin Munro 1 run, but also Tom Banton 13 runs. The wickets continued as Joel Harris sent Matthew Renshaw 9 runs packing to the sheds. The veteran, and so far the best bowler of the Big Bash and the Melbourne Stars in my opinion, Peter Siddle, took out Nathan McSweeney 9 runs, as the Stars were all over the Heat at the Gabba. Glenn Maxwell took an absolute screamer and shocked the Gabba crowd in Brisbane. Max Bryant, 77 runs not out, started to slog everything to get the Brisbane Heat out of trouble, and with the help of Xavier Bartlett 6 runs, as the pair, mostly Bryant, smacked a 43 run partnership to give the Brisbane Heat a small slight chance of hope. Things couldn't have started any worse for the Melbourne Stars as Ben Duckett golden duck, Tom Rogers 6 runs and Sam Harper 8 runs all fell in the span of 3 overs as the Stars looked in trouble once again. Enter Marcus Stoinis 62 runs and Dan Lawrence 64 runs not out, who smacked the highest Big Bash partnership of BBL 14 of 132 runs, putting the Stars in a commanding position for victory, as the pair played some terrific cricket shots and consistently rotated strike, putting pressure on the Brisbane Heat. Stoinis eventually fell, but the damage was already done, and even after Glenn Maxwell was taken out on a golden duck, the Stars claimed their first victory of BBL 14. Game 7, Stars vs Renegades. It's Derby Day, and the Melbourne Stars are looking to continue their winning ways with another victory. And nothing would be better but to knock off our arch rivals, the Melbourne Renegades. Marcus Stoinis won the toss for the Melbourne Stars and elected to bowl first. Things started accordingly to plan for the Melbourne Stars, as just 4 balls into the innings Joel Parris struck, removing Josh Brown 6 runs. It didn't take long for Brown's partner in crime, Jake Fraser-McGurk, 12 runs, to join him back in the dugout, as the Stars were looking good once again. After some more quick wickets, Jacob Bethel, 49 runs, and John O'Wells, 45 runs, picked up a 71-run partnership before Bethel fell once again, putting more pressure on the Renegades. From there, the Gades panicked, losing Wells. But the experience of English export Laurie Evans, 24 runs not out, and Will Sutherland, 9 runs, were able to put the Renegades just over par at the MCG. This is a very achievable and easy score to chase down for the Melbourne Stars, but things couldn't have gone any worse as Tom Rogers, Sam Harper and Dan Lawrence all fell on scores under 5 runs, putting more pressure on the top order once again. However, Ben Duckett, 67 runs, and Marcus Stoinis, 48 runs, had other plans for the Stars, as the pair picked up 83 runs, consistently rotating strike in the process to steady things before the power surge was called. The power surge was an absolute disaster, as both Stoinis and Duckett fell, giving the Renegades the massive advantage. Entered the heroes Glenn Maxwell, 20 runs not out, and Hilton Cartwright, 24 runs not out, who got to work, smacking 44 runs off the last 4 overs, including one of the biggest sixes I've ever seen, to not only win a thrilling encounter against our arch rivals, but keep our slim final chances alive. Game 8. Stars vs Sixers. Every game is so crucial for possible qualification for the Melbourne Stars, and this game is no different, as we go up against the top of the table in the Sydney Sixers, in a do-or-die clash at the MCG. The Sixers won the toss and elected to bowl first. Like every other game with the bat, things didn't start great, as Sam Harper fell on 4 runs. Ben Duckett, 20 runs, unfortunately wasn't far behind, as the Stars looked in trouble. To make matters worse, Dan Lawrence, 14 runs, and Marcus Stoinis, 4 runs, were unable to fire, meaning the alarm bells were starting to ring. Enter Glenn Maxwell, 58 runs not out, and Bo Webster, 48 runs, who put up an 88-run partnership, including some massive power hitting in the surge to get the Stars out of the mess they were already in. Eventually Webster fell, but the damage was done as Maxey ended the inning strongly, although the score was still about 20 runs under par, meaning some good bowling would be required to claim victory. It only took 3 overs for the Stars to strike, as Mark Secondary took out the dangerous Josh Phillippe, 8 runs. But after that, James Vince, 53 runs, and Curtis Patterson, 18 runs, got things moving for the Sixers, as the pair picked up 34 runs before Patterson had to go. James Vince started to smack the ball all over the ground, including at a seagull. In the end, it was Maxey who took a screamer to not only remove Vince, but 2 balls later, Captain Moses Enriquez, 18 runs. Peter Siddle continued his BBL 14 dominance, taking out Jordan Silk and Ben Dorshus, as the Stars were all over the Sixers. And the dominance continued as the Stars absolutely ripped through the Sixers' tail to claim another victory, making it 3 on the trot, and keeping their finals chances well and truly alive. Game 9. Stars vs Renegades. It's the away derby at Marvel Stadium, and the equation for the Melbourne Stars is simple. To keep finals alive, we have to win all our remaining games in our fixture. This will also be Ben Duncan's last game before international commitments with England. The Renegades won the toss and elected to bowl first. Once again, it was a poor start for the Melbourne Stars with the bat, as Sam Harper, who was being criticised all year, fell first ball on a golden duck. Ben Duckett, 21 runs, and Bo Webster, 15 runs, got to work, and Duckett in particular looked good before he had to go. Tom Rogers went out the next ball on a golden duck. Webster, Marcus Stoinis, Hilton Cartwright, and Joel Parris all fell as the Stars were on 7 for 75 and not looking good in front of tennis star Novak Djokovic. Enter Glenn Maxwell, 90 runs, and Osama Mir duck, as the pair, just Maxey put up 81 runs, as Maxey was smashing everything he could at Marvel Stadium, including 3 sixes in a row, giving plenty of Aussie cricket fans memories of his heroic 201 runs not out against Afghanistan in the 2023 Cricket World Cup. Once Maxey departed, it was pretty much innings over for the Stars. Hats off to Glenn Maxwell though, who saved the innings for the Melbourne Stars, as they went from 7 for 75 to 165, and that was all because of him and his cricket bat. Just like the last innings, this pitch at Marvel was swinging like crazy, which was perfect for Mark Secondary, who took out both Josh Round 4 runs and Marcus Harris 1 run to open the Stars bowling. From there, it was a collapse for the Renegades, as the Stars quicks absolutely destroyed the Renegades batting unit. Secondary continued his dominance, picking up a fifer. Peter Siddle was bowling amazingly as he picked up a wicket. Joel Harris took 3 wickets, and Big Bo Webster to wrap up the innings took 1 wicket to close out the second derby, not only putting us in the 4th spot, but also keeping our finals hopes well and truly alive. Game 10, Stars vs Hurricanes. It's our last home game of the season. It's also a do-or-die clash with the Hobart Hurricanes. With results going our way throughout the week, the equation is simple. Win and you're in the finals, and lose, it's season over. Now this is box office cricket. The Hurricanes won the toss and elected to bowl first. Things actually didn't start awfully for the Melbourne Stars, but a surprise to absolutely no one, Tom Rogers fell on 9 runs. After a Sam Harper 23 runs LBW, it was time for Bo Webster 51 runs and Marcus Stoinis 32 runs to get to work as the duo smacked a quick-fire 45-run partnership before the captain Stoinis got a little carried away, resulting in his wicket. In came the big show, Glenn Maxwell 76 runs not out, who had unfinished business to attend to, as the duo of Webster and Maxwell smacked 70 runs between them before Webster eventually fell. You can tell this group are desperate for finals qualification, as Hilton Cartwright 13 runs had no intent of slowing down for the Stars, as he helped the dominant Glenn Maxwell in smacking boundaries before he had to go. Maxie and Tom Curran 2 runs not out were able to successfully get the Melbourne Stars not only over 200, but just short of 220, as the Stars would have a mammoth total at the G, giving us plenty of runs to defend. With the run rate being 10 and over, it's no surprise that the Hobart Hurricanes went out all guns blazing, but it didn't take long for Mark Steckety to strike, as he took out not only Caleb Jewell 5 runs, but also Charlie Wackham on a duck, to keep the pressure on the Canes. A couple of overs later, Mark Steckety struck once again, this time removing Ben McDermott 2 runs. Mitch Owen 38 runs was keeping the run rate right up for Hobart as he went for the swing. However, that would eventually bite him as Tom Curran got the massive breakthrough of Mitch Owen. From there, the Hobart Hurricanes struggled, as after a couple of great overs from the Stars and Osama Mir, the required run rate was skyrocketing, which meant wickets started to fall. Matthew Wade 21 runs, Chaudhary 27 runs, and Tim David 27 runs all fell as the Stars were in complete control. From there, Steckety, Joel Harris and Osama Mir took out the Canes' tail as the Stars somehow, after being 0-5, qualify for the finals. The knockout. Stars vs Thunder. It's the knockout. Do or die cricket. The winner progresses to the clash with the Sydney Sixers and the loser packs their bags home. Peter Handscomb returns to the Stars as a replacement player for Bo Webster, who is busy preparing for the Sri Lanka tour. Captain Stoin won the toss and elected to bowl first. Things started amazingly for the Melbourne Stars, as Tom Curran took out the dangerous David Warner on a duck. After a slight lightning delay, the good luck for the Stars would continue, as Osama Mir took out Hugh Wellerman on 11 runs. After some power hitting, Matthew Gilkes 28 runs and Sam Billings 24 runs fell. Peter Siddle took out George Gatton on 5 runs, and Marcus Stoinis got rid of Chris Green on 3 runs to give the Stars the slight edge. Tom Curran got the huge breakthrough of Ollie Davies at 36 runs, as the Stars, going into the innings break, were well in front. It was the same old start for the Melbourne Stars, as Sam Harper 6 runs and Tom Rogers 1 run fell at the top. The struggles didn't end there, as Peter Handscomb fell on 11 runs. Marcus Stoinis 15 runs and Glenn Maxwell 28 runs hit a 38-run partnership before Captain Stoin had to go. An over later, Maxie fell, as our season was pretty much over. From there, a complete collapse occurred, as everyone but Hilton Cartwright 15 runs and Mark Steckety 18 runs fell to scores in the single digits, as the Stars fell short by 21 runs, heartbreakingly ending our rollercoaster of a season. This loss hurts, it really does, but honestly, I'm so proud of this group, and what they were able to achieve. From going to 0-5 to making a knockout is something that no one would have possibly predicted. We proved our doubters wrong, and for that, I'm so proud. And I cannot wait to see what we can do next year with a new squad and hopefully lifting up an inaugural trophy. Thanks for watching, guys, and until the next one, cheers.